ago. I still remember it was so cold, and you were warm and I was some green tea. You asked me, can you lend me sugar? You grabbed the chicken bowl and shook her, and you put all the sugar right on me. And what a crash, what a crash. I felt the sudden cigarette as you sang me your apologies. And when the second day we met by chance, what a sweet coincidence, find the sugar right next to me. Decided it's time to introduce myself. Your name that came with an address that led me to my favorite night in here. Just 7 days, and sugar's almost everywhere. It's oh so sweet, I'm almost melting on the street. And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? It's like a spell, I feel I float in caramel. Preferred it as a walk into bliss, with a cotton candy kiss, and for a second my heart skipped a beat. 3 other days were spent under the sheets, like an everlasting sweet. 2 small grains from the same sugar line. Just 7 days, and sugar's almost everywhere. It's so, so sweet, I'm almost melting on the street. And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? It's like a spell, I feel I float in caramel. Today's the 7th day since we first met, and I assure I won't forget the sugar bowl you emptied over me. For 7 days been cooking in the oven, some spit sugar sent to loving, blessed with gentle drops of warm green tea. Just 7 days, and sugar's almost everywhere. It's so, so sweet, I'm almost melting on the street. And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? I feel like float in caramel, I feel like float, I feel like float.